Let's be honest, when you hear online privacy, you probably think of using a VPN or opening Tor browser in incognito mode. But what if I told you that if you're doing that on Windows or Mac OS, you might still be leaking your identity, your real IP, your DNS requests, even your system fingerprint? All of that can slip through without you noticing. Today, we're diving into the heavy artillery of digital anonymity, Whonix, a system designed from the ground up to make sure your real identity never touches the internet no matter what you do. If you've ever wanted true enforced privacy, this is where it begins. Whonix is not just a program. It is a complete operating system built from the ground up for security. Unlike the Tor browser, which only protects your browser traffic, Whonix forces every single application on your system. Whether it's an email client, a messenger, or even a buggy piece of software, to go through the Tor network. It's so secure that even if a hacker manages to take over your system, they still can't find your real IP address. Now you might say, why not just use a VPN? Great question. And here's the simple truth. A VPN does not make you anonymous. It only changes who sees your traffic. With a VPN, your internet provider can't see what you're doing, but the VPN company can. Every app on your system still connects directly to the internet. If one app leaks your real IP, you're exposed. If the VPN disconnects for even 1 second, everything leaks instantly. A VPN is basically, trust us, we'll hide you. You trust one entity, the VPN provider, not to keep logs. If the provider is malicious, compromised, or served a warrant, they know your real IP address and your browsing history. You might also be wondering, why not just use Tails? Here's the difference. Tails runs from a USB, very secure, but you must reboot every time. Whonix runs inside your OS, so it is much more convenient. So with Whonix, you can keep using your normal Windows system, launch it anytime you want privacy. No need to restart your PC. It's basically privacy on demand. All right, let's get our hands dirty. I'll show you the easiest way to set up Whonix on Windows. Later in the video, we'll do the same for Linux. But for now, let's start with the beginner-friendly method. Open your browser and head over to the official Whonix website. This is important. Never download Whonix from random forums or mirror sites. You want the official source only. On the download page, you'll notice that Whonix shows several different operating systems where you can install it: Linux, Windows, Mac OS, and even Kube's OS. But for now, we're only interested in Windows, so go ahead and click on the Windows icon. This will take you to the Windows-specific download section, where you'll find the VirtualBox images we need. From here, we can continue with downloading the VirtualBox file. Whonix gives you its images in a VirtualBox format, already pre-configured and ready to go. That means you don't have to manually install an operating system, partition disks, or go through any complicated setup. Everything is packaged neatly inside a single file called a VirtualBox appliance. You'll also see that Whonix offers two installation methods: the GUI, Graphical User Interface. This is the easy method. You simply import the file into VirtualBox, click a few buttons, and you're done. This is perfect for beginners, so we're going with the GUI method, the CLI command line interface. This is for advanced users who prefer doing things with terminal commands instead of clicking buttons. The CLI method is mainly used when you want to automate the setup or install on servers. Download the VirtualBox file. Also, download VirtualBox if it is not yet installed on your machine. All right, once you've downloaded both files, the next step is to install VirtualBox. VirtualBox is the software that will run these two Whonix machines, the gateway and the workstation. Think of it like creating two computers inside your real computer. After installing VirtualBox, the next step is to import the Whonix file you downloaded earlier. Remember, Whonix comes as .ova files. These are pre-configured virtual machines. You don't install them like normal software. Instead, you import them into VirtualBox. The Whonix gateway is installed. What is now remaining is the workstation. Whonix Gateway and Whonix Workstation both come with RAM, CPUs, storage, and names set automatically when you import the file. You usually don't need to touch anything here unless your PC is slow and you want to reduce RAM or CPU cores. Or you have enough memory you want to increase. Normally, you don't change anything here. And enabling clipboard or file sharing in Whonix is not considered safe. It breaks isolation, which is the entire purpose of Whonix. Enabling it allows the host system to interact with the guest, increasing the risk of data leaks. Only enable them if you accept reduced isolation. So if you could picture this, it looks something like this. You've got two virtual machines working as a team. One, the gateway. This one's job is simple. It connects to the Tor network. Think of it as your private built-in Tor router. Two, the workstation. This is where you actually do everything, browsing, messaging, installing apps, taking notes, all inside a safe, isolated environment. And here's the key part. Everything inside the workstation is forced through Tor. You can't turn it off, you can't bypass it. Even if malware tried to leak your IP, it still goes through Tor. That's the power of Whonix. But what is Tor exactly? Tor is a privacy network made up of thousands of volunteer-run servers around the world. Instead of connecting straight to a website, Tor bounces your traffic through at least 3 different servers, all operated by volunteers. No single server knows who you are, where you're going, what you're doing. It separates your identity from your activity. And the best part? Tor is maintained by the Tor Project, a nonprofit organization dedicated to privacy and human rights, not a corporation trying to collect your data. So when Whonix forces everything through Tor, it means your real IP stays hidden before anything ever reaches the internet. This part's important. Always start in this order. Start gateway first, wait for it to fully boot, then start workstation. And you why? Because the workstation depends on the gateway to route traffic through Tor. So when you start Whonix, you'll see the boot modes. There is the user session with persistence. This is where you spend most of your time browsing with Tor and doing your daily tasks. And there's also the system maintenance session, the control room. This is where you fix and manage the system. It has full admin access. You can update your system from here and other tasks. The live modes are disposable sessions. Everything disappears after a reboot. Let us first update our system. So once you boot into your session, the system maintenance panel pops up, and this is basically your control center for managing Whonix, a dashboard that lets you safely fix, update, and control your system. Instead of typing everything manually, Whonix gives you a guided menu. Let us first check for updates and then update the system. Let us run a health check on the system to check if everything is working properly. You can also change default passwords and create new users from this panel. The Anon Connection wizard will help you to connect to the Tor network. You'll get two main options, connect and configure. And here's what they actually mean. If you click connect, Whonix will try to connect to Tor using the default settings. This is what most people should use. Whonix simply reaches out to the Tor network and builds a normal Tor circuit. Nothing special to configure, no advanced steps. Now, the configure option is for people who are in a place where Tor might be blocked, censored, or monitored. Inside configure, Whonix lets you pick different methods to help Tor blend in or bypass restrictions. For example, using bridges, which hide that you're using Tor at all. Let us now start the workstation. Open the maintenance session and update the workstation as well. Next, let us check the status if everything is good reboot and log into the user account. Before you run off and start using Whonix, there are 3 golden rules you need to follow. Never ever change the network settings on the workstation. If you try to set a static IP or change the proxy settings, you risk bypassing the gateway and creating a direct connection to the internet, which would expose your IP, keep your gateway updated. The gateway is your defense. If the Tor software on the gateway is outdated, you are vulnerable. Be careful with file transfers. If you start dragging files from your Windows host into the Whonix workstation, that file might have metadata, like your real username or location, embedded in it. Now the fun part, go ahead and open the browser inside the Whonix workstation. The first thing you should do is check your IP address. Just type, "What is my IP?" into the search bar. And you'll notice something very interesting. Your IP does not match your real internet connection. In fact, every time you restart the gateway or rebuild a Tor circuit, your IP will change. That's because Tor routes your traffic through different servers around the world. So today you might appear like you're in Germany. Restart and suddenly you're in Canada. Restart again. Maybe Sweden. This is exactly what we want. What this means for you. You're routed through Tor. Your connection is being anonymized. Your real identity stays hidden. Websites never see your true IP. Your activity is isolated from your main Windows or Linux system. Even if something breaks inside the workstation, it can't reveal who you are. Whonix is literally designed so that even if you try to leak your real IP, you can't. All right, now let's look at how to install Whonix on a Linux machine. For example, Ubuntu. The good news, Whonix makes this really easy thanks to the Whonix Linux installer. You don't have to manually download .ova files like on Windows. Instead, the installer takes care of everything for you. Head over to the official Whonix website. You'll see a list of supported Linux distros, Ubuntu, Debian, Fedora, and others. Pick the one you're using. In our case, we'll go with Ubuntu. This will show you the exact commands needed for your system. Whonix provides a small command you paste into your terminal. It downloads the installer script securely using curl. This command simply saves the installer file to your computer. After the download finishes, you can now run the installer. This script will download the Whonix gateway, download the Whonix Workstation import both into VirtualBox, configure everything automatically. You don't have to manually set anything up. It handles the whole process from start to finish. One thing to keep in mind, if your Linux machine isn't fully up to date, the installer may throw an error. Don't worry, nothing is broken. Whonix requires certain system packages and dependencies that only exist on an updated system. So if your Ubuntu isn't current, the installer will simply stop and tell you to update your system first. So at this point, the installer has already downloaded VirtualBox for you. That part's done. Now it's moving on to the important files, the Whonix gateway and the Whonix workstation. You'll see the terminal showing progress as it pulls everything from the official Whonix servers. This step can take a bit depending on your internet speed, so just let it run. Once it finishes, you'll see them appear right here in VirtualBox. Now, before we wrap up, here's something important for Linux users. You don't have to use VirtualBox. Whonix also supports KVM, which is a built-in virtualization technology on Linux. KVM can offer better performance on Linux lower resource usage, tighter integration with the Linux kernel. And for some people, better stability KVM is basically Linux's native virtual machine engine. So if you're running a powerful Linux machine, it can give you a smoother overall experience compared to VirtualBox. But here's the catch. The KVM setup is not as easy as the VirtualBox method. With VirtualBox, you just import the .ova files or run the installer done. With KVM, you need to install KVM and Virtual Manager configure networking manually. Import the images, adjust several settings by hand. So if you're a beginner, the VirtualBox setup is definitely the easier path. KVM is great once you know what you're doing, but it's not as plug and play. And that's it. You now know how to install Whonix on Windows and Linux, understand how the gateway and workstation work together, and even learned that you can use KVM if you're feeling advanced. Whonix gives you something no normal operating system can: real enforced anonymity that doesn't depend on trusting apps or trusting your host machine. If you found this helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more privacy-focused content, stay private, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.